So, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Arsenal 1. A hard-fought, battling victory with another 10 men. Our disciplinary record is a disgrace. So are our performances, by the way, and so are some of the performances of the players, which we're going to get into. Jez, anyone who hasn't watched your fan cam, firstly, go and watch it. Secondly, anybody who hasn't, give us your little 90-second breakdown of how that went today, mate.
Well, yeah, bore fest. Yeah, let's get it right. This is what we've got to get used to, Arsenal. It just sums up, which, yeah, we've been saying for such a long time. Oh, dear. Arteta, yeah, great manager, really. Destroying the club, destroying the players, boring tactics that any other manager can read, you know, with an open book, really. He brings nothing to the party, Arteta, and he's a shocking, awful, bloody awful manager. Probably, I'm going to say to you right now, probably the worst Arsenal manager I've ever seen. And I go back a long time. He's a shocking disgrace to the club, embarrassing, and he needs to really go down the lane, to be honest.
Kenny, obviously, anybody who hasn't checked out Kenny's fan cam, go and check that out as well. And give us your little breakdown, mate.
I second what Jess says. The football was absolutely dreadful. You know, like the midfield was slow. I think Partey was better than Xhaka. Xhaka was, I mean, some of our players are desperate to get sent off to August. I think they loved their winter break so much that they just started picking up yellow cards. I mean, you know, the pork chop that is Martinelli. Yes, Martinelli, your pork chop, has managed to organise himself a nice little rest and maybe a little spa with his girlfriend, you know, whilst we're toiling against Brentford. You know, a nice little rest for himself. Or maybe they go away for a few days. I mean, maybe somewhere hot whilst his teammates are, you know, toiling against Brentford. But you're not allowed to criticise him. We want to say it's an injustice. Come and do us a favour, mate. 2 yellow cards in front of the referee's eyes. What do you expect? And as for, you know, people wanting us to celebrate this ball fest, well, all I can say to them, it's your football support experience. It's mine. I done it in yours, so done in fear and eyes. We expect better from that. And, you know, if those two teams are mad for you know, Champions League football, then God help us, because both those teams lack serious quality. And, you know, if both teams play like that, they're not getting fourth.
100%, mate. That was so well. Listen, we probably should have expected it. Yeah, they're only two teams that scored less than them, and they're both sat bottom of the table. They've got the second best defense in the league after City, so they don't concede, they don't score. We don't really score. So it was all set up for a cagey tight game.
We knew there was Christmas. One goal.
Well, at least we've scored. We've scored one goal since Boxing Day. Yeah.
What a screamer that was as well. Nice little screamer, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mad. It's mad. It's actually insane. Let's start with you, Jez. Aaron Ramsdale, clean sheet.
Aaron Ramsdale. Yeah, I'm not going to repeat myself about what I think of him because he's proved me wrong. Kept us in the game on a couple of occasions, and I think he did very well. I think he did very, very well. And I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah, he didn't have much to do in the first half, especially, but second half, yeah, he made some good saves. They look good for the cameras anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, listen, I can't disagree with that. He kept us in the game, mate. He kept us in the game big time. Kenny, let's go to Cedric Suarez.
You know what? Average, you know, just sums us up. You know, I've gone from watching, you know, like watching Pat Rice as a kid, and all the way getting up to, you know, watching people like, you know, Viv Anderson, and, you know, players like Viv Anderson, Lee Dixon, you know, Lorraine, you know, even even a buoy, and that's a push. I've got to watch him, and you know, people like Sagna, and then I've got to watch Suarez. That says it all. You know, it's so depressing watching the people, you know, players like him masquerading as in an Arsenal shirt. That shows how much their quality has gone down, and people want us to celebrate. It's depressing. He depresses me. You know, thank God Wolves ain't got a cutting edge, because he got overlapped completely. I'll give him a 4, and that's just generous, really generous. I thought if Wolves had a quality striker alongside alongside Jimenez, I think they would have cleaned us up today. Yeah. And a lot of the stuff was coming down his side.
Yeah,
100%. Let's go to the opposite side. Kieran Tierney, Jez.
Kieran Tierney. Yeah, I thought he did well. Did his job. I just feel sorry for this fella. I really do. I mean, you know, I said in my fan cam, Lee, to you, you know, there's a couple of times he's made a blistering advance down the left wing, makes a half decent cross into the box. Nobody there. You can see him. You can see him. There's one occasion he's made a great cross after he's gone round one of their midfielders, two of the defenders, knocks it in the box. Nobody there. And he looks like, where's Lacazette? At the time, we had Martinelli on the pitch, yeah? And he's like, what are you doing? I'm sorry, but I'm going to give him a 7 as well, because I thought he actually did quite well under, difficult circumstances.
Let's go to Gabriel. Kenny scored the goal, clean sheet. Potentially could have got sent off.
Pork chop. He's a pork chop. He's an absolute pork chop. He thinks he's some sort of like a cute player, but referees will be watching him. They're going to be watching him. He thinks he's some, expert at shithousery. You're not. You got found out against Man City. Referee went performing for your bollocks. Got yourself sent off, and then you did your best to try and get yourself sent off today. Thank God you scored, and that probably elevates you from, up 1 point to a 5. Because let's face it, your shithousery, and I'd say that in inverted commas, could have cost us today, big time. Because you're one of the pork chops who is desperate to get yourself a nice little extended long weekend next week.
Yeah, spa weekend with Martinelli. Double date. They're both Brazilian. Yeah. Jez, Benjamin White.
Oh dear. Benjamin White. Oh dear. 52 million pound. And I've never actually, I don't actually ever know a player, a defender, that can't really head a ball. He did it twice today, so maybe he's learning something. But no, sorry, man. This guy is a liability. I'm trying to think of the player that had to bail him out again in defence.
It was Partey. Partey bailed him out a couple of times.
Yes, Partey. Yeah, sorry, Ben White. I think, honestly, man, it's time that you jogged on down the lane and you're getting a 4.
Let's go to Thomas Partey, Kenny.
Well, Thomas Partey bailed out quite a few people. Bailed out Granit Xhaka for his impressive athleticism. Bailed out a couple of defenders, and that had to actually be, until Rob Holding came, it had to be the third centre back. So once again he's doing two people's jobs, but you wouldn't know that. You would just think, oh, why is he not producing his Atletico Madrid form? I'll tell you why, because he's playing with players who are not worthy of the shirt. And I don't mean it in terms of their effort. The effort, you can never doubt our players' effort, but the quality, come on. The quality of play that we've seen over the years is rubbish. It's dry. And, thank God, that we won today, because, against better teams, we've got to play better than that. So I'm going to give him a 7 as well, because I thought he carried people today. But you're not allowed to say that, because there's a few pork chops who are big names in our team, when really should they're liabilities.
100%. Let's go Granit Xhaka, Jez.
Awful. Didn't really know he was there. Disappointing. Maybe he was not want to get involved too much because he didn't want to get another red card. Got a yellow, but poor. I mean, dear God, have we really got to the level that our midfield has come to this standard of we have to pair midfielders like this? I mean, you think when we've some of the great midfielders we've had in the years, and we have this absolute fraud, dear God, no, sorry, no, he's getting a 4. Terrible.
Let's go to Bukayo Saka, Kenny.
You know what? If it was a relief when he went off first half, he didn't really get in the game today. Didn't get in the game. A few bits of trickery. You'd have thought he had ample rest today to open those legs up and create things. And really, truly, when he did, the few times he did, Wolves were scared shitless of him. But he drifts in and out of games. I'm sure there's got to be more to his game, where maybe he could, getting more goal scoring position. But today I was disappointed, really disappointed and underwhelmed by performance. I'll give him a 5. Underwhelmed.
Opposite side, Gabriel Martinelli, 2 yellow cards inside a split second. Cheers.
Well, to be honest, Martinelli, to me, was the only player really that showed any injection and passion and tried to play. But then, as a young man, he got the red mist and did 2 very stupid things in front of the referee. You're not going to get away with that. He pushes Foden out the way, tries to take a throw in, and then crashes into another player. I mean, that is just so rash as a footballer. He, to me, at one point, I would have given him man of the match because he was actually trying to do something. But for doing that, I'm going to have to, sorry, mate, I'm going to have to give you a 5 for that because that was stupidity.
Let's go to Gibraltar guard.
As I said before, mate, he's one of those people, right? If you want to go to battle, mate, he exemplifies every stereotype of who you don't want to go and battle with, and he's one. You know what I mean? He is one of the people that, basically, if shit is a fan, he's the sort of person who will go in disguise and probably, jump in a lifeboat with women and children. Because I thought today was pathetic, just rubbish, garbage, it's just garbage, nonsense. Little flicks here and there. The only time I knew he showed a bit of passion is when he got taken from behind. Apart from that, just rubbish, garbage, rubbish. I mean, we used to castigate Mesut Ozil, but Mesut Ozil didn't produce that crap. He didn't produce that crap.
Well, I mean, there's performances at Anfield that could go down in history, mate.
I don't care what anyone says. This was a no-show. Relieved when he went off. Waste of time.
Yep, 100%. Let's go to Alex Lacazette. He's got mad work rate, Jez.
Yeah. He's got the work rate of a snail, man. I'll tell you what, dear God. And I'll back that up. The fact that I actually feel sorry for that guy because I think since Aubameyang's gone, all the pressure's now on him. He doesn't want to be at Arsenal Football Club. You could look. Let's sum it up. When he got subbed for no value in Tekia, you can see the argument with that prick Arteta. And I call him a prick, even though people don't like me calling him a prick. He's a
Keep
prick.
doing it, mate. It winds people up. We love it. Yeah, we're here to trigger everyone.
I love it.
Arteta, you're a fucking prick.
Arteta is an absolute idiot. Lacazette is going to go. Let's get it right. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to play for the club. He was lazy. He was jogging around. He wasn't closing the keeper down. He wasn't tracking into the box. And that chance he had, where he tried to do the classic Henry type goal,
Yeah.
Aubameyang would have slotted that.
I think Nketiah would have scored that. I can't lie. I think Nketiah scores that.
1-on-1 with the keeper. Aubameyang would have slotted that. It went 2 foot past the post. Now, you can see a striker here who has lost all confidence, because straight after he missed that, when the camera panned to his face, you could see the disappointment. And that is the disbelief this player now has in himself. And that is a very, very sad thing to see from a player that can score goals, but now has as inbuilt doubt in himself. And that is because of Arteta.
Yeah.
Man is a fucking bully and is ruining players. And I've said this all along. And all the time, this complete fraud is at this club. He is going to destroy player after player. And I feel so sorry for Lacazette. But I'm going to have to give him a 4. I feel terrible about saying that because this guy is a quality player being destroyed by an arrogant prick of a manager.
There you go. You've heard it straight from Jez, and I agree with most of it. I disagree with some of it. I don't think he's that great, if I'm honest. But listen, it's all about perception. It's all about different views on this channel and saying it as it is. And you've said it as it is, and I rate that. Let's go to the subs. Let's go to Smith Rowe. Kenny.
Smith Rowe looks like a cult player. Cult player trying to play with the big boys in the first 11. And but maybe he's carrying injury still. But I think if he plays his cards right and he plays a blinder against Brentford, then Martinelli might realise the pure folly of his actions. But I won't hold my breath, because I look at Smith Rowe and I just think something's not right there. Is it fitness, confidence, or something? But is it the pressure we're putting on him? Are the crowd expecting too much of him? Because when he came on, perhaps, maybe because the game changed and because, Martinelli got himself sent off and maybe the game plan changed. But you looked at Smith Rowe when he was playing, when we were down to 10 men, and you looked at someone you wanted to, engage the opposition, hold the ball up, and you're thinking, you know what, Pepe could have done a better job than him there. And that's what I was thinking when, and it wasn't so much when Nketiah came on the field, it was when he came on the field. And I just think that, when I see Smith Rowe playing that kind of lack of confidence, lack of fitness, and I see, pork chop behaviour from Martinelli, I'm thinking, did Pepe steal the collection of mass from the priest in his pocket or something? Because how he can't get a look in, it's one of those things where in times like this you've got to utilise your squad, and you don't utilise your squad and just leave on the bench. It can't be the fact that he was in the African nations, because his country, Côte d'Ivoire, they came out pretty quickly, didn't they?
There you go.
So I can't see where they're going. But Smith Rowe, for me, I'm sorry, but I can only give him a 3 because he contributed fuck all today.
Yeah.
Sorry.
100%.
You know, I don't care whether you're a big name or not, but you know, you're in the big boys now. You know, our fans have elevated Smith Rowe into some sort of Richard
De Bruyne territory.
You know, Richard the Lionheart kind of category of
yeah, 100%. Which is why we're holding to that standard, Kenny. I say this.
If you're going to elevate these people to the standard, then we're going to judge you
on the standard you ever elevated them to. Yeah, fact. It's like Saka. Elevate Saka to Ronaldinho territory. So when he don't perform like Ronaldinho, I'm going to cuss you, mate. Yeah,
exactly.
Don't elevate these players so highly.
Well, yeah, they're playing for the third biggest club in the country, and you know they've been. For me, I think some of them have been over promoted, but now if they can't take the criticism, the shirt's too heavy. Jog on and let's get someone else.
Matter. Some of these, him. Saka and Martinelli won't be here inside the next 2 years, mate. So it don't matter. Project Youth, we'll rip it up. We'll throw it in the bin. We'll be left with Gibraltar guards.
For them to lead the football club, first and foremost, you know, they'll have to perform like, you know, kind of big fish in a small pond. And
I disagree. I think him and Saka and Martinelli have already shown enough for the biggest clubs in Europe.
Well, yeah, definitely. They're really sniffing.
They will have that.
It's a poor indictment at Arsenal that, you know, that time when we first went in the Emirates, we were letting players go. We were led to believe it was financial reasons, but they were leaving because they couldn't win anything, even though the team was actually quite good. But this team's hopeless.
Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? 100%. Jez, Eddie and Tekia.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow. What a waste of time, to be honest. Dear God, when are people going to realise how crap this guy is? What did he actually do? I mean, you know, did he do anything?
He gave a free kick away. I know that much.
And we have him and Lacazette as our attacking threat.
Yay! Fucking 2 goals in open play between them all season. Yay!
Yeah. Quality, absolute class.
Class, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, man. He's getting a 2. He's rubbish.
I think that's over the top, but there we go. It's your rating. Kenny, Rob Holding.
You know, as I said before, he's one of those people that if you want Rob Holding to... Rob Holding is the equivalent of a hotel porter. If you want directions to get from the hotel to the train station, he's your man. If you want someone to... you know, go around and, you know, fix your bike, he's your man. And that's what he did. You know, we went down 10 men, we put crosses in, it's his territory. You know, he did a good job, helped organise the defence. And, you know, you know, it was a wall. You know, I'll give him a 6 for his contribution because, you know, that was a match-winning contribution. But then again, club of our stature, back to Wolves win against a very, very... which proved to me average Wolves side, but you know, fair's fair.
Let's remember also there was one point in the first half where Partey was in the 18-yard box, bollocking Ben White.
Ben White, yeah.
Saying, that's your man.
That was in the first half, wasn't it? Why am I marking your man?
And
that was first half. That was after 25 minutes.
Yeah, and that's a midfielder in the 18-yard box to happen to say to a defender of £52 million quality, why are you not,
marking your guy? You've got one guy to mark. Why are you not there?
Yeah.
And to be fair,
why have we got a midfielder? Yeah, why have we got?
Jez, he's played for Simeone, who's one of the best managers in world football, and he's now.
Slow down, mate. Apparently, he's washed. He's washed, mate. He's washed. He's finished.
These pork chops in our fan base. If you know, apparently
they need to go and understand how good number 1 a player he was. He took Maradona's number 10 at Argentina. But he also played for Maradona at Sevilla. Yeah, he's won everything everywhere he's been, and he broke up the dominance. Yeah, in 2014, that motherfucker won the league at Barcelona and the Copa del Rey at Madrid, bruv.
Yeah, but we're all in the mud because Brendan Rodgers is struggling at Leicester, who've basically reached their
Yeah,
plateau.
Hassan, who has been beaten twice 9-0.
We've been in the mud because Mourinho has got a Roma, and we were in the mud when
and Ancelotti left. And, it's mad.
So we might as well keep Arteta because all the managers we want are struggling.
Yeah, like it's crazy, isn't it? What managers available that could come to Arsenal that's elite? Well, there's quite a few, mate, because if you put the money on the table and offer them the cash to buy players, they're coming. Yeah. Why is Conte at Tottenham? Yeah, the same Tottenham that our fans say is irrelevant, they're rubbish, they're crap.
Lee, if they don't get top 4, then we're in the mud as well.
Oh, we're in the mud, mate. We're in the mud anyway. Yeah, we're in the mud. We might as well just smear it all over us.
I had this debate. I was on chatting with Gracie May. She agrees, and I was watching her channel. I wasn't on there. But there was a few people going in her chat saying, oh, we get top 4, we get millions of pounds and things.
Yay. That worked well, right. Didn't it?
Right. We have, look, I'm trying to say to people, Arsenal have money. But going in the Champions League, we will be so, with this team, can you imagine us? With this team.
No, but Jez, you're missing the point, mate. If we qualify for Champions League by getting 4th, we can attract the best players in the world. Really? I think people are forgetting that if you finish 4th, you have to do a qualifier to qualify.
Yes.
We can't beat Villarreal or Olympi fucking Arcos. Yeah?
Yes.
So who says we're getting in? We'll get FC Cluj and get knocked out.
Yeah. Who's got all this fucking lot? You know, and then we qualify and we end up in a group with Bayern Munich, you know, and get our asses raped again.
Yeah, Bayern Munich, fucking Barcelona, Real Madrid. Could you imagine us against a Simeone team? Oh my days. It'd be licking his chops, mate. It'd be like, just go out there and beat the shit out of him. Get Granit Xhaka.
Sure.
It would. But listen, we're going to do a 3-2-1 as always, and then we're going to do the manager rating. This ain't going to be high. It ain't going to be pretty, people. Anyone who disagrees with the player ratings, don't cry like bitches in the chat. Just put yours in the chat. Just do your whole player ratings. Don't cry like babies. Yeah, it's an opinion. Yeah, an opinion is not fact. It is an opinion. 3, 2, 1,
0.
Oh, I was going to say 0. I thought no, I'd give him a 2.
We won the game.
That's why I gave him a 2 because we won. And
I'm giving him a 2 because he won the game. Because at the end of the day, it was a no-brainer putting Rob Holding in the back line. But in terms of controlling game management, he kind of failed in terms of not bringing Pepe on in order to engage the Wolves defence.
That's why I called him 0, Kelly. He didn't play. He should have started with Pepe.
Yeah, but Pepe. I mean, I think
don't care what anybody says. The guys are free.
I think Pepe's got the message that if he wants.
Pepe's the next one to come out and say the only problem I had at Arsenal was Arteta.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You got a thick, stupid estate agent who's somehow's got her own show on YouTube. Who's going to say that he hasn't lost a dressing room.
We could build a whole 11 of players he's pissed off, mate. Yeah, and the 11 would be better than the 11 we've got.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Guendouzi, Saliba, Martinez, fucking Pepe, Tavares,
even
Ozil, exactly. Yeah, Aubameyang. Yeah, come on, we could build a whole fucking 11. Anyway, listen, we'll do that on another show. Both of you, I appreciate you coming on as always. I know it's mad late. It's gone 3 a.m. my time, so it's gone 2 a.m. your time. Thank you very much. We will be back again on Saturday, 7 p.m. UK time with a quiz. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Big up to all of you. Jez, you need to buy. Jez, you need to get a smoking jacket, a Hugh Hefner, so we can all do this show together in dressing gowns.
I've got one. I'll give a heads up to people who are going to do the quiz. Do some research. Be fair. I'll be fair. Do some research. It's a general football quiz. It's not all Arsenal. There are Arsenal questions, but do some research on the World Cup, European football competitions, and the League Cup, the English League Cup, and there's a couple of questions in there about general football regulations. I'm not saying no more than that.
There we go. And on that bombshell, Kenny Ken is going to go and revise the FA laws as we speak.
No, it's not about the laws. It's not about the laws. It's about measurements. I'll give you a clue.
Oh, I would. Right, I'm going. We're going. We're out of here. Arteta her out. We're gone. Arteta, you're a fucking prick. Go on, say it, Jez.
Arteta, you are a complete prick.
Arteta, get the hell out of here.